We're gonna run hard September. At the end of September, I'm gonna take some time out to do a road trip. I think we're gonna go down to Miami and hang out. That's an ISO container there. Go down to Miami, and we'll come back. We'll run hard all of October, and then November we got a cruise coming up in November, and then in December, January time frame, we going to the Caribbean for business, a business trip. Business/vacation again. And then we'll come back. We're looking at, we'll take off quite a bit of time. And then we're gonna come back February, March. We'll see how the weather is. I think it's gonna be a bad winter. I really do. I just think it's gonna be a bad winter. But we'll see. It's been extremely hot. It's been a lot of rain. It's been a lot of everything. We haven't had a lot of storms. We haven't had any storms, thank God. Because you know I'm on the Gulf Coast, so thus far I haven't had any storms. But it's still early, and until it gets cold, it's hurricane season. So if we're fortunate enough to run the winter on February, March time frame, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna go and make some more major investments, and and then map out the next moves. Somebody asked me, like, why don't I retire earlier, since I'm already retired from the military? So my thing was, I just make sure it fits me. So make sure that when you're doing whatever you're doing, and I know we're in a society now that everybody copies everybody, down to how they wear their clothes, to what they put on their body, in their bodies, to everything. Like, it's like, well, I don't know the statistics on that, but it just appears a lot. I'm just gonna say a lot of people, they're just followers. Like, they want to follow somebody else or be like someone else. So I think a person should spend time, invest time with themselves. See who they are and what they want to achieve. Because we all have God-given gifts, but it's up to us to nurture that gift and develop that gift and how you want to use it. And how can you better position yourself in your life, your family? So you want to win. You just want to win. So we just trucked. Like the lights are coming on, like it's starting to get this daybreak is slowly creeping out. I don't know how much battery is on this or how much. We just gonna let it roll. We're gonna let it roll, let it roll, let it roll while we roll on. So I'm gonna go all the way to 2026. So thankful that everything is paid for. So I'm gonna get a couple more toys. But all my other toys, everything is paid for, including this truck. So I only have a couple more things that I want to get, and I don't have a mortgage, so I didn't. So I'm always gone. So, and then a house for me is like so much to responsibilities in a house. But I am going to make a purchase probably after I retire. I'm going to have something here in the States, but I'm buying property overseas. So I never had intentions of when I retire of living in the States, because I love to travel internationally. I enjoy traveling internationally. And speaking of that, I just remember I got to renew my passport. It expires next month. So when I get back, definitely renewing my passport. I also heard I could get it done in one day in Louisiana, so I gotta find out for sure. I gotta make some phone calls and find out for sure. But get my passport redone. But I'm definitely gonna get some property statewide in the States. So when I come in, but definitely didn't want like I ain't planning on staying. I just love to travel, and I've been in the States, America, for the majority of my life. So this is not going anywhere. So, but I want to do other things, and there are certain type of ways I can move internationally that I just can't make moves like that in the States. Like how I want to move and do what I want to do, how I want to do it. So. But you can definitely create an amazing life here in America for darn sure. I'm sorry. For doggone sure, you can definitely create a lifestyle that's amazing. You can do it anywhere. I'm not gonna say anywhere, because some people are just not fortunate, because I've traveled to a lot of countries. You just don't have the opportunities. And in my case, I can have the best of both worlds. So. And living abroad, you know, on the military side of the house, you know, being able to live in different countries, you know, it's really, you know, I fell in love with it, you know, the different cultures, the different things, and so to be blessed, to have the opportunity to do that, you know, for me, why not take advantage of it? Now, I know my channel is going to eventually grow, and I'm going to say this. You want to make sure that you position yourself that you don't hurt your opportunities to travel. Like a lot of young people, and if someone's seeing this, they make the mistake of, and people in general, especially when you're younger, you do things to mess up your abilities to travel. So that's you know, that's not a good thing. So you want to make sure, and I say, you know, like a lot of young guys, young men, you know, if you have children out there, make sure you're paying your child support. Make sure you're paying and you're not doing anything outside of that, you know, that's going to ruin your name. You know, there's certain crimes you can commit out there that you can't get a passport, you can't leave the country. You know, you should be, I'm not gonna say what you should be doing, but sometimes people gotta do what they gotta do, you know, in order to survive, you know, and hopefully, you know, you're not committing crazy crimes that you can get some types of felonies that you can't travel outside of the state, you know. So give yourself an opportunity or you may know someone, not saying it's you, or you may know someone that is doing that, and they're not thinking outside of where they are, like to be able to see themselves outside of where they are. You know, that's very important. That's extremely important. That you're not prohibiting yourself to be able to travel. You know, so make sure if you are behind on your child support, because there are people that are behind on their child support. You know, get caught up, clean that up, clean it up. Just get started. Get started on it. If you're new also to trucking and you're new to business, it's called prepaid legal or legal shield. Let me say it again. It's called prepaid legal, and it's also called legal shield. And there may be some other forms, but these that I know about and what I've used, not for like child support. I'm not behind on child support. We got passports. Everything is good. Okay. So what's so good about prepaid legal? I pay $68 a month, just like a car insurance.